Welcome into the Cam and Strick Podcast, episode number 67. I'm Andy Strickland. Cam Jansen is in the hizzy. What are you drinking there? What are you drinking there?
A little seltzer right here, baby.
A little seltzer.
I got the black cherry right now.
Nice, man.
Is
that what you're going
tight,
with
baby.
now? Or?
I feel tight right now, dude. I don't feel bloated.
No. How do you feel?
I want to be on the water is what I want to do. Can we do a podcast on the water, please?
Why
Thank
couldn't
you.
we?
I don't know. Fuck, Jamie's probably like, well, maybe we could do it. Maybe we could do it.
We could easily do it.
I know. We might get electrocuted, but
possibly.
You need a boat first. But
how's your energy? You feel good?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Well, I've been staying up late, Andy. I've been staying up late, just like the concrete workers that get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. They got to pour concrete at 6. They're up late too. So yeah, I'm a little tired today.
Would you have rather the Blues tied the game up last night? And then had double overtime and they lost? Or would you rather them just lose in regulation?
No. You fucked up. You lost. Look in the mirror. Berube's going to come in and talk to you. Tweak some goddamn things. You don't need any outside help. You need help from within. Guys need to get their shit together. Colton Parayko, Oscar Sundqvist, guys like that were huge in what this team could possibly do and how far they can go. Guys like that need to step up. Yes, I'm tired.
Do you get angry when you watch games?
Yeah.
Are you emotional?
Oh, God, I'm so bad.
Why?
No, because, man, we're not just fans. This is a business, dude. It's a business, man. Like, we need them to be relevant. We see how this city is whenever the Blues aren't going and the Cardinals aren't going. It's a direct effect to all these businesses that we know, all our buddies that own all that shit. Yeah, I get fucking mad, dude, big time. Scare the animals.
Listen, kids aren't going back into school right now. A lot of e-learning, virtual learning that's going on right now. They got to learn online, Cam.
Oh, Lord.
You have any advice?
What a stupid question that is.
For the parents out there.
Send them to school?
Well, they can't go to school.
You be creative. Look, if my father if I'm like 8, 10 years old and my dad had to sit me down and be like, okay, here's the times table, Cam. Oh God, what the fuck? Okay, recess, go play. Just go play. Let's go downstairs and shoot pucks. That would have been so tough on my parents. My mom could have done it. She went back to school. She's a badass bitch. She works at Clayton Jail. She got her. She went in the middle of me and my brother growing up. Didn't have money. She went all the way back to school to get her degree. Like she would be able to do it. But what if she had to work? And my dad was the one that had to be able to do it. We're shooting pucks in the basement the whole fucking day. I don't know. It's just tough. I feel bad. I honestly feel bad for the parents, including yourself, Andy. Yeah. I feel bad for you anyway.
No, it sucks, man. It really sucks. It hasn't started. I feel bad for you. I don't know what you have going on today. Your shirt's way too big.
I know.
You got a yellow hat and a blue shirt.
I know.
You look like an old school Rams uniform.
Kay didn't dress me this morning.
No?
I told you. She went to work, and I chilled. And she usually dresses me, and she didn't do it. Now I look like a jackass.
Okay.
It's fucking embarrassing.
The bubble life is getting a lot of attention
God.
now. I think the longer we go now, and then you start having teams that are eliminated, who are leaving the bubble. You're going to hear.
Andy,
hold on.
The jail.
You're going to hear more and more players talking about this, and kind of sharing their experience of being inside the bubble. I had somebody yesterday refer to it as the world's nicest jail.
Because it is.
It's like a jail.
It is. You're not allowed to go anywhere. You're barricaded from everything. Anytime, if you can go to one hotel to the other, you go through this little
a path
with like barbed
chain
wire
link fence
with like people staring at you like I'm watching you.
There's like prison basketball games going on.
Not to mention you're
inside the fence.
You're walking by other teams all the time. So when you go to dinner as a group, right? That's sometimes you go to a dinner as a team and it just changes things, right? If you got good leadership, you have a fun time, you got cool guys on the team that are young, they'll get up and tell jokes and stories. Like it changes you as a group. Sometimes you need that. Well, now these guys are going and doing that and expecting to go to these restaurants and they're all sitting down and they're telling stories and they're talking about games and this and that. And then a different team's right next to them doing the same thing. And they're like listening to each other. It's the most bizarre situation possible. Now, did the NHL put this together the right way? Absolutely. Damn right they did. But if you look at it and what these guys really have to go, it's god awful. Like for them. again, god awful for a professional athlete, not for the normal person. You're not in fucking Afghanistan. We don't need to get into that, but you're not there. We always have to talk about that because it's not that bad.
But they are sacrificing a little bit, man.
A little bit they are.
I mean, while we're enjoying ourselves watching hockey morning, noon, and night, these guys are leaving their families and their day-to-day routine, all the responsibility they have. At the end of the day, they're human. They've got wives.
Yep.
They've got kids. Kids rely on the parents too, man, and they rely on their dad. They need their dad to be around. They're not around right now. And listen, I know they're making a lot of money. This is the best thing for their future as a hockey player and for the overall health of the game, but they are sacrificing a little bit.
For
May
what
not
they're
be the
used
same
to.
as a soldier.
No. But for what they're
our
used to.
entertainment too.
For what they're used to, they're sacrificing.
Mm-hmm.
But in the overall grand scheme of things, brah, you know, like, come on. Again, the construction worker,
Don't
the
compare that. Don't compare it.
That's what I just said. You got to compare them to the other athletes and what they're used to doing, not compared to everybody else and what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So again, I feel for them, but I don't, because I don't feel sorry for athletes unless you have a head condition or you have something wrong and you're buried in drug, whatever, like that kind of stuff. But I don't feel sorry for. Oh, my wife misses me because I had to go on a 2-week road trip and the kid. What? Oh, I got traded, and I don't feel sorry for you. Like, I just don't. You're a pro hockey player. You're gonna be set up. If you do things right, you are set up. Now, if you have head injuries, that's a different story. You got problems after hockey when it comes to narcotics. Yeah. That's a different story.
So
too.
they are man. Listen, they are.
Do you get my drift on that?
They are. Yes, right. I know what you're saying. But they are doing their thing and leaving their families for our entertainment. They're benefiting financially as a league, individually, whatever.
As a league, absolutely.
I get it. How about Rick Tocchet, though, the head coach of the Arizona Coyotes? I mean, he said after they got pounded a couple of games ago, he said, hey, you can tell which teams want to go home, which teams want to be in the bubble.
That's where it is, baby. Damn right.
You think it's that simple?
Well, I think it is to a degree. I think guys are getting...
I think they probably all want to go home.
I think you're right. It didn't look like the Canucks wanted to go home. Well, at least for like that 10-minute span.
I didn't say they don't want to win when they're on the ice and they're competing, but if they had the option of going home, I'm sure most people would want to go home. And plus, like guys like Pettersson, guys like Hughes, these young kids, man, I mean, Besser, they don't have the same responsibility in the same, situation that, like an Alex Edler, who I'm sure is married and has kids. I'm just thinking of a veteran guy who plays for the Vancouver Canucks.
No, well, that's why that team like that could succeed because they're not missing their family. They're like, I'm chilling. I'm getting a ton of attention.
I'm just playing. My life hasn't changed. I'm playing video games every day anyway.
We don't have fans, but oh god, I look at my Twitter and right after the game, and there's 1 million people reaching out to me saying that was the coolest goal. Mm-hmm. Just like you're getting the attention, dude. People are watching, and they know that. So it's just a bizarre situation. And I do think there's a little bit of a mixture of guys like, okay, what are we doing? And young kids like, I don't care. I'm hanging with my buddies. Like, this is great for me. I'm not used to anything else. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go dominate. So anyway.
The thing about the NHL, man, you can speak to this, is I don't care how good you are, how long you've been good. There are so many good players coming into the league every day. I don't care who you are, man. The league will spit you out very, very quickly.
See you later. Or you're a dick. You're a fucking dick in the locker room. I don't give a shit. You toe dragging everybody. You're a fucking dick. You're getting weeded out, man. You're a weirdo. You're getting weeded out, dude.
I just look at guys like O'Reilly, Perron. Like, these guys are, like, addicted to hockey, okay? They're addicted to it, man. And they put the work in. And that's why they continue to get better and better each and every year. Their game doesn't drop off because they put the work in.
You're obsessed with it.
But there are some veteran guys who you can't say the same about, and you can tell which guys have put the work in and which guys don't.
But the guys that don't are weeded out. They're done.
Spit out.
If you can't
no matter
keep
how
up,
much money you made, no matter how good you are, what the back of your hockey card says.
Doesn't matter. You slow down, you're fucking done unless you figure your game out. A Stevie Eisman, Timo Solani, they're like dominant offense. And they're like, okay, I've slowed down a little bit. What do I do? Well, I'll be a third-line checker, and I'll play 7 more years. Like, they'll put the work in. They'll visit their family. They'll do their shit, but their fucking hockey's everything. Mm-hmm. I'm going to play as long as I can. And they figure it out, and some guys don't. I mean, it's just that simple, dude.
Yeah, so you got to be careful.
You didn't figure it out. You didn't figure out last game either when we played.
Never figured it out.
No.
I was okay.
You were okay.
I make my mistakes.
You made your mistakes. Don't make me call you out in front of all the Canadian fans we have. Just the St. Louis fans today on the radio show.
Well, go ahead and call me out.
No, the fucking puck blew off your stick way too many times. You need to get a fucking man stick, not the little boy stick that's like a 30 flex. Get the 110, lean in that fucking thing, and when they zip you the puck, you don't want it to explode like a goddamn grenade. You're slowing the play down.
Can I call out Travis Turnbull right now?
Fine.
I mean, he played at the University of Michigan. He played a couple of NHL games for the Buffalo Sabres, and he plays in Germany. He was feeding me pucks left and right in my skates. I wanted it on the tape. I wanted it on the stick.
Figure it out.
I want it on the stick.
You ever watch Alexander Steen? Kick the fucking boom. Get athletic then. Hockey train. Are you not doing hockeytrain.com?
No, I am doing it.
Are you not doing it?
You saw that backhand flip out of the zone.
There's a couple things I'm getting out of it. You got a couple more weeks. You got a couple more weeks ago. But I see a little bit of an improvement. But look, first
better by better each and every week.
It is.
I'm looking for I need to get that Sparks company. You ever had that company who you can have the at-home skate sharpener, sharpen your skates at home. I need that.
You get to go into the multi-million-dollar alumni room. You get to chill. You get to crack a beer open. You got guys taking care of your equipment. You got guys taking care of your fucking getch. Now you want a what? What do you want? A skate sharpener at your house?
Yes.
What else you need? Does somebody need to carry you like Cleopatra into the fucking locker room and dress you like you do with Ty? Get on.
Andy McDonald has that. He swears by it. I could see you loving to having that at home. Dude.
I probably would like that.
Sharpen your skates.
Shit, yeah.
Just stare at it.
Just like edge it out. Like, God, my edge is gonna be sick tonight, baby.
So Sparks, whatever the hell the name of the company is, we'll find out.
Yeah,
we'll have them on board. That's a live read waiting to happen.
Damn right.
Go ahead and give them one right now.
Sparks?
Yeah, because we're fucking bringing them on board.
Are we bringing them on board?
Let's do our first live read for them now.
Well, I'll just tell you right now. I get to the rink, and now it's COVID stuff that the skate sharpening room isn't available. And I'm not gonna force the issue like an ass, like because of my skate. You guys, somebody's got to stop what they're doing to come sharpen my skates so I can go play in a eliminate game. Not doing that. I'd like to do it in my house. You know the little skate sharpener you do yourself? You're like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. You do it like 3 times. If you do it 4 times, you're kind of fucking break your ankle.
Yeah.
They're worn out. I can't do that enough now. I'm doing it like 15 times over, which sometimes you just need one swipe.
Yeah.
Those are great for road trips for kids, by the way. Oh my God, what a game changer that is! Not getting your skate sharpened. Use that little tool.
I want Sparks.
Yeah, well, get them.
I do my own skates.
Well, you need something. You need wrist curls or something. You need a lot of things going on. But we do have a good time out there, man. It's fun, and I don't know. Just playing keeps you involved in the game too, man.
All right, this edition of the Cam and Strick Podcast, we've got Derian Hatcher.
Oh my God.
Do you know how long it took to get this guy on, by the way?
He was cool as shit.
Cool as shit. Now he's asking, like, hey, when does it come out?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, fuck.
Did he give you one of those?
Took me hours. Took me months to get you on.
Did you have to give him a little, like a rundown of all the players that we've had on so far?
No, we've had to do that with other guys.
Oh, yeah.
Who'd we have to do that for?
I don't know. Somebody.
Who was that?
Was it Shane Corson? Was it Corson?
No, Corson may have wanted a list.
But Hatch was great, man. He's coaching up in Sarnia, OHL. I played up there. Awesome place. He was such a
Old school building.
He was such a freak to play against. Mean, elbow you. Andy asked a question if JR's teeth are still in his fucking elbow. He actually laughed at that. We know JR. He's a friend of the podcast. It's all good. But he did some nasty shit, man. And to play against a guy like that who's logging 25 to 30, and he's big, and he'll fight you, and he'll catch you with an elbow, and he'll whack you in the back of the fucking head, and he doesn't give a shit. And he's a good defenseman. Ugh, no wonder they won.
How scary
No
was
wonder
he?
They won. He's horrifying.
He dust you.
I don't know. A fight.
Well, come on.
I'll go him.
Yeah, you'll go him.
I'll go him.
How would that go?
I don't know. Andy, I don't know. Why you ask me stupid questions?
You would do okay.
I would do all right with him.
He
doesn't want to eat a punch.
No.
I'll eat one. I'm worried about him elbowing me more than anything, but I don't have the puck enough for him to hit me. But he'll probably hit me late anyway.
I was talking to JR the other day. You just brought him up. He did my radio show last Friday, but early in the morning we were talking, and he was in New York about to go golfing with Donald Trump, the president.
Did he?
I mean, how about that? He didn't want me to talk about it on the radio.
Oh, really? They're calling him out now?
Well, it's not calling him out. I mean, that's what he was doing. I don't think it's a big
he'll
secret.
take some heat for that.
Will he?
Oh, God, yeah.
For golfing?
With Trump?
Like Brett Favre and these other guys do it, whatever.
Talk about him, you get shit on. Well, I mean, he brings it on himself, but that's kind of cool. Look, if a president, I don't give a shit who the president is. If I'm going to golf, you want to golf with me, I'll do it. Although, don't invite me because I'm fucking embarrassing.
Oh, I'm terrible.
You'll probably send me to like North Korea afterwards. That's how bad I am, and I don't want that. I don't want that. But yeah, anytime a president, just like I said this too, even with Tim Thomas in 2011, when he didn't go shake Barack Obama's hand, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Now the whole celebration is about you, not the fucking team. It's about you. You're not gonna go shake his hand. I don't give a shit about his policy. I don't give a shit if you think that what the fuck ever. Go shake the president's hand. Now everybody's talking about you, Tim Thomas, because of what he did. What? Because your tax. What? Fuck that. I don't like it.
Well, we don't talk too much politics on here.
No, I know, and we shouldn't.
Because it creates division.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You're fine. You didn't really talk politics.
I didn't know. I just said that to Tim Thomas one. I'm like, oh, dude, just go shake the man's hand, Lord.
You shake Obama's hand.
Loud.
Yeah, man. He was very vocal. He was one of the first hockey players to ever even come close to it.
It's just not worth it. It's just not worth doing that, in my opinion. And if I'm your kids and you won the cup, and my kids grow up and they're like, you didn't go to the what? You didn't shake the fucking president's hand. Well, I was making a statement. Oh, okay. If my dad was a pro football player, I'd be like, what? Well, it was Nixon. I'd give a fuck. Shake his hand. Go ask him what his fucking problem is. I mean, he'd be ousted by then anyway, but I don't know. Be like, hey, you got work to do. Here you go. Or something. Like shit.
Is that what you'd say?
I don't, yeah.
You got work to do?
Or I'd be like, I got to pay. I don't know what the fuck. I'd probably be something funny.
Yeah.
But, any president, I'm like, I'll go shake your hand. Do I respect you? Maybe not. Do I agree with you? No, but I'm going to shake your fucking hand. It's not going to be about me.
So Derian Hatcher, though, he looks like, and I brought this up on the podcast, because I always felt this even when he played, and then he said, you know what, guys told me that all the time, that he just looked like he should have been a Philadelphia Flyer his whole career.
Know.
He looked perfect in black and orange.
Unbelievable. Like all those, just like Brashear, Fedoruk, all those guys. Any guy that, even Roenick when Roenick put a Flyers jersey on, he looked like a Flyer. I don't know. I just
get in where you fit in.
Fuck, God damn, they got badass jerseys too.
Yeah,
anyway, you always look good in a Flyers jerseys. They got a cool fucking.
But Hatcher was just a monster. He would absolutely destroy you in front of the net.
That '99 Cup team was one of the coolest teams. I would love to if all the Cup parties.
You want to be at that one?
Besides, who's wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Patties. I would want to be at the '99 Cup party with Pantera and Dimebag Darrell and fucking Vinnie Paul, and they're fucking partying with a bunch of rock stars, and they're throwing the cup off and shit like that. Like that's the fly on the wall. I would want to watch that whole party go down.
Baseball had some controversy too, by the way. Before we get into our
good Lord.
The announcer for the Cincinnati Reds, he's in some trouble. If you were to see him right now, if he said, "Cam, what should I be doing right now? What should I do?" What would you say?
I've been in a situation like I'd go hide. Look, the guy's made a ton of money. You fucked up. I mean, you're not. And again, I said this today on the radio show. It's one thing if a hockey player or a football player says something derogatory because they got cross-checked in the back of the head or they got fucking hit, and you're like, oh, you're so emotional. But when you're sitting there and it's 75 degrees out and you're calling a baseball game, you're like,
very good football announcer too.
And you're like, what? And you're like, whoa. And it's like, well, what? I don't know. He's probably not. He's gonna get fired.
You think he will?
Oh, I think he'll get fired. Do I feel sorry for a guy like that? Your mommy and daddy got money. You go fucking sit on your fucking cabin and chill and then let this pass over and then come out and do your apology tour. Like, you're not a 23-year-old kid that's trying to grind it and you fucked up because you just fucked up and now you're fucking chastised and people want to kill you.
Who should he have apologized to?
The fucking LGBTQ community. He apologizes to fucking Fox. Then he apologizes to the Reds and they pay my check. Who gives a fuck? Apologize to the people you offended, man. We all, I toe the line every fucking day. You fuck up sometimes, you own up to it, you suck it the fuck up, and you deal with it, and you become a better person. And that is just it. But you don't say, I'm sorry, who's paying my checks? No, you fucking apologize to the people you offended. And that's it.
Should you say, people who know me know this isn't me?
I don't know.
Because people who know you may say, well, it kind of is you.
I mean, again, I say dumb shit. Am I a fucking bad person? I don't know. Sometimes I guess I am.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and say whether he is or isn't.
I don't know. But, that's just old. Just say, I fucked up. Just say, I fucked
When your name is
up.
Tom.
That's all you got to say.
And you throw an H in there. It's Thom.
Thom?
Yeah.
Change your name for one. Good Lord. Thom. So, who the fuck is it? I'm supposed to know the guy.
Does that influence anything or what you think about this situation?
Thom.
Does that change it?
Why?
THOM. I don't get that
Confusing
one.
me.
Yeah.
Stop confusing me.
It was confusing.
Tom.
You know, it's dangerous. Whenever you're a broadcaster, man, especially with someone like him who grew up in the industry.
Yeah.
You know, his dad's a legend.
Exactly. Like,
dude, you got
you could fucking chill.
You've got the headset on your head, dude. You got to know when the mic is hot and when the mic isn't hot.
Again, I don't want to berate this guy because I fuck up. Man.
Well, no, I'm not doing that.
I don't want. I not that I don't say that.
I'm just saying,
but I say stupid shit. I just.
When the mic is on,
but he's a buttoned
even
up
if you
son
think
of a bitch.
you're in a commercial break or whatever, if you got the headset on or you're holding the mic,
Totally. No, I know.
Just save your comments.
And you know what? When you, I don't know if he's a buttoned up guy, but when you're that buttoned up and you're not edgy and people don't know you for that, and then you throw something like that out, it intensifies everything.
Very good,
right? You know
very good football announcer. Very good football announcer.
It's good. Well, he's probably not going to be doing it.
All right, Derian Hatcher's on this edition of the Cam and Strick Podcast, episode 67. By the way, it's nice seeing Bruce Boudreau.
Yeah.
Communicating with him right now. Good to see him on television right now. Sounds like he may have a job. I would imagine he's going to get another head coaching job.
Or
if you're Toronto, maybe you want to look in that direction.
Yeah.
Although Sheldon Keefe, man, I got to get him on one of these days too. We got to talk about Frosty and the boys too. One of these days, we got to make that happen.
I know fucking Adam Keefe real well.
Yeah.
Tough fuck.
Okay, we're going to make that happen. He was tough, eh?
Fucking tough.
He used to go after Mike Jefferson's brother back at the OHL too.
Yeah, he was tougher than shit.
Okay. You know who else is tough? It makes you feel tough. Is when you have the protection from CarShield and CarShield.com.
Oh, I felt like fucking Superman.
Yeah.
When I'm like, oh, what do? Oh, I call a mile away to the people that actually know that could fix my car and they'll just pick it up for me so I could leave my truck. Oh, you're simplifying. Oh, thank you. I am Superman, Andy. I am.
Mention the promo code CAM. You'll save 10%. CarShield.com. Hey, write down this phone number. 800-857-2481. 800-857-2481. Get that protection from CarShield. You never know when something's going to hit. Your engine goes out. Muffler. Computer goes out. The starter like Cam. Don't be stuck driving your mom's car. Make sure you have the protection from CarShield and CarShield.com. How about GadgetBuyback.com?
Damn, baby.
Listen, if you're a business owner out there, you've got old school phones, tablets, whatever, and it's slowing you down. You're not making or generating the revenue you should or you could be because you have old-ass shit.
Because you're fucking cheap. Like, you're cheap. Everybody in the whole company is looking at you like, hey, cheap fuck. This shit's fucking... I don't know what kind of porn you've been looking up, but this shit's slowing the fuck down. Can we get new shit, please? Thank you.
You want me to meet budgets?
Like, come on.
Get me a better phone.
Thank you.
You want me to meet the budget? Get me a better tablet.
Yes.
My shit's been cracked. And guess what? They'll buy it back from you.
Yeah.
Like, they'll pay top dollar for it, too. Business owner, trust me. Call them today, 877-772-8880. If you're in the St. Louis area, check out their local store in Oakville, GadgetLabMobile.com. GadgetLabMobile.com, 877-772-8880. You got a cracked phone or tablet, Apple Watch, take it in there. They'll fix it while you wait.
No one takes you serious with a cracked phone.
Bud Light Seltzer, BudLight.com. Check that out. Perfect summer drink. It's perfect in the winter, too. We just haven't tried it in the winter yet.
Oh, shit. No, my house is like 64 degrees, so it's kind of like a fallish. So
is
it's
that
great
what
in the
you
fall.
Keep it at?
Sometimes.
No.
That
low?
Poor Kate. Like, I torture that poor girl. No. I mean, when it's 150 degrees, I'll throw it all the way down. I don't give a shit. And then she's like, "Oh, how's that bill doing?" I'm like, "Oh my god, oh my B girl." But yeah. So it's good in the fall. It's good in the wintertime, and especially good in the summertime.
Let me tell you about this Bud Light Seltzer, by the way. 4 flavors: black cherry, strawberry, lemon lime, and mango.
Mango, baby, mango. That's my favorite. It gets a lot of attention. It's got a cool looking can to it. I'm like, what's
they're
up?
so cool, man. The graphics on this are sick.
Everybody's like, hey, what's up, Cam? What are you doing? I'm like,
so refreshing.
I'm drinking fucking mango, baby.
So
like,
refreshing.
Damn, you're cool. I'm like, I know.
They've got some great stuff coming out, too, some variety packs and stuff
do.
like that. We'll be filling you in with that. Check out our videos we put out each and every week, by the way, on
and by the
Twitter
way,
and
if you're
Instagram.
listening and you're drinking mango, you're drinking Bud Light Seltzer, you're doing shit with our sponsors, post that shit.
Yes.
Post it up, baby.
I
want to know. If you're on the fucking dock
yes.
and you're looking over it with a fucking Bud Light Seltzer, send that to me, dude. Post that on Twitter. Post that everywhere.
Put it on Instagram.
I love seeing that
You're
shit.
watching games. You got Bud Light Seltzer.
Kicking your feet up like, what's up?
You're barbecuing on the deck. You got Bud Light Seltzer. You're in the boat.
Show us. Tag Seltzer. Tag Bud Light in that bad boy. And, of course, Cam and Strick Podcast.
Yeah, man. Check that out. Under a gram of sugar, under 100 calories, too, man. You're not going to feel bloated like Cam said.
No.
Incredible. And we love having Bud Light and Bud Light Seltzer on board with us. Hockeytraining.com, Cam.
Andy, I'm fucking serious on this.
Okay.
You need to keep doing it. No. I'm not joking around. You need to keep doing it.
Keep doing what?
The fucking hockey training.
Yes.
What do you think we're talking about?
Yes.
You need to keep doing it. If you want to get invited
What
back,
are you noticing?
I'm just letting you know.
Can you tell me what you're noticing that's better?
What's better is you're holding on the puck better in the corners. So you got pushed off one time, you held on the puck, you spun off of it, and you had a shot on goal. I'm like, God damn. Then somebody passed you the fucking puck, and it blew up your stick like a goddamn grenade in the pocket now. No, it was not. No, that's your stick. Your skates are on your feet, Andy. That was your stick. Keep doing hockey training. They're great. It's easy. You can do it in a locker room. Yeah. You can do it at your house. You can do it with your kids. You can do it with Ty. Get Ty into some of the stuff. I don't care.
Everybody is doing it.
I know. The box jumps. So it doesn't have to be weights.
No.
Honestly, you could simplify your workout and do it in your garage, and it doesn't cost much money at all.
No, but they have it all mapped out for
Everything.
you. Here's what you're going to do.
Yes.
Watch it online. They've got videos, dude. You just follow along, man.
Yeah, you don't need to go to a Gold's Gym.
No.
Like, I'm walking
So
around
easy.
creeping all the girls out. That's
you know what's
you're doing.
funny? How many guys come up to me at the rink, though, and say, hey, are you using hockeytraining.com? I'm like,
well, they're going to in about 2 more weeks. Right now, they're like,
people trying to get that password and username off of us.
Yeah, they are. Oh, yeah.
I'm not giving that away.
Can't do it.
Can't do that.
Nope.
We may give it out to a winner. We may pull a lucky name or something like that.
We could do all kinds of stuff. And by the way, on top of that, too, if you guys are doing hockey training and you're doing a video, send it to the boys.
Want to see that,
Send
too.
it, even if it's funny, even if you fuck up.
Even if you're drinking Bud Light Seltzer during the workout.
I don't give a shit. Send it for the buys. Be funny. Be creative. We love all that stuff. And also work your ass off on it, too, because it does actually work. So,
no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be a half-ass.
I want the videos to be funny. Bust your ass on the workouts.
Both feet in. Get both feet in. Okay? Not 1 foot. Don't tip your toe
unless you're
your
like
way
one-legged squats and stuff like that.
Well,
but
you
anyway,
can do that. You can do that. So hockeytraining.com, if you're a parent out there, again, check out these videos that they have going on right now. They have live chats. It's educational. If you're a little kid and you don't really know how to train, dude, they like you say, they simplify, but they teach you exactly what to do.
Yeah, and it's not weights. It's not going to hurt you. Your back's not going to go out. None of that shit. It's not going to stunt your growth.
Very simple.
It's going to make it quick.
Very simple.
And agile.
Yeah, so check that out. If you're looking to buy a car, by the way, Bellman.com. Pre-owned, used cars, whatever it is, BEHLMANN.com. Check out the Buick, the Cadillac, the GMC on one side of the street. And then on the other side, you got the Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Somebody sent us a tweet.
Yeah.
They were in one of those pink two-door Jeeps.
Sick
Did you
tough.
see that?
Looks sick tough.
That was sick.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Asked if they got that at Bellman.
That's what you want.
Looked like they got it at Bellman.
That's what you wanted.
They got you all colors. Right across the street from one another. Can't miss it. Right there in Troy, Missouri. So check it out. Check it out online, Bellman.com.
You know what I want?
What's that?
SRT, baby.
I know you
I
do
I
that.
say every time.
Yeah. No, it's
I
fine.
do.
Yeah.
Look, check those. I think they're supercharged.
Yeah.
Dual exhaust. They're badass. Hockey bag in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
I'm getting that Escalade.
Shit kicking. That's what you do when you're a shit kicker,
fit a
Andy.
couple
What are you
bags.
getting again?
The Escalade.
Oh.
That's what I'm
Fancy
getting.
lad.
Yeah. Bellman.com. Check out the new cars and used car selection. All right, Derian Hatcher. I mean, one of the most intimidating players of his era.
Great
One of the
guy.
most intimidating defensemen in the history of USA hockey.
Yeah, man.
Just a legend, a winner, played a long time. His
First
brother played in
captain,
the
American
league
captain. I win.
to ever win the Stanley
Fuck yeah.
Cup. This guy is cool too, man. And he laughs at our jokes. Which
Yeah, I
makes
know
it-
he laughs.
which makes him
I
even
love
cooler.
you. If you laugh at my jokes, I like you. Civil
Derian
man.
Hatcher. You don't hear him talk too often, but when he talks, you listen.
Damn right I did.
And he's with us now on the Cam and Strick Podcast. I know you're a big coach right now,
Yeah.
co-owner. I want to own a team, by the way. How do you buy a team in the OHL?
You have money, Andy.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that how you do it? What's it like being an owner?
It's all right. Honestly, it's not that much fun right now with everything that's going on. But I enjoy it. I enjoy the coaching more, than the ownership side of it. But it's pretty good.
Can't fire yourself though. You got a lifetime
That's
job.
That's true.
I bet I look at it, and I played in the OHL too, in Windsor and Guelph, and you got to think like that's got to be the best gig. To coach, own a team in the O. Your farthest trip is 8 hours. You know, it's a pretty easy travel. You know, you're right there. I don't know. That's got to be a blast to coach an OHL team like that.
You know what? It is fun, and the travel is unbelievable. I was shocked. Like, I don't even think our furthest one's 8 hours. We're probably 6.5, and that'd be Ottawa. Maybe 6 to Sudbury, but we have so many that are 2 hours away, and you know what? It is fun. It's definitely fun.
Sarnia's a lovely place as well. But I could picture you in front of the bus, bringing a hammock in there, laying out, stretching out in those long road trips, kind of owning the bus a little bit. I mean, you got to have fun with this whole thing too, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know about the hammock, but I definitely do stretch out in the front.
And no one's
going to say a damn thing. Yeah.
They won't say anything. How you coaching the defense? I mean, you just plug in some old YouTube videos of yourself and say, "Hey, I want you to do this." Okay.
No, come on, guys. No, we have a guy that takes care of the D. I mean, I'm like anyone else. I want him activating. But I do want him defending hard. Let's make no mistakes. But you know, you need to activate and you need to join offensively. So,
what's the biggest difference right now in just coaching these guys? And every year is different. The way, the mentality of the guys and things like that. Of course, when you played old school era, even when you played in the NHL, it was kind of trending in a different direction, but it hasn't really got there yet. So how did you adapt to coaching kids at this age, at this time period?
Well, it's just the game evolves, right? And as it evolves, you have to evolve too. And I think it's kind of that easy. You know, I mean, the biggest problem with the kids nowadays, and we all know it, is there's definitely more entitlement. And, you know, and I think that's due to the younger hockey days. You know, I think a lot of these kids, they get beautiful dressing rooms when they're 10 years old. They get their ice bills paid for and stuff like that. And that's the biggest thing is, you know, I think these kids are allowed to do a lot more at younger ages, and then they try carrying it over into higher leagues, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, man. I mean, I could see that for sure, because you're right. They do have nice dressing rooms, you know, at a young age. I mean, when they're 11, 12, 13 years old, man, the dressing rooms that they have are super nice. When you're a coach, though, like at the OHL level, I'm just curious, like how often do you hear from the parents, or do you interact with the parents? Does it happen more than people might realize?
It happens more than people might realize. No, I don't. You know what? The GM takes all the calls, and then the GM would relay it to me. And for the most part, you know, you listen. I'll be totally honest with you guys. You listen, you take it in. You know, whether it's a parent or an agent, whoever's calling the GM, but. You know, we have no hidden agendas or nothing like that. We want what's best for the kids. So, you know, I mean, you listen to it, but that's about it.
So parents call in? Really? I mean, I can see the agents.
Parents have called the GM, yes.
And say what, though? You're not playing my kid?
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
I mean, you know, something along those lines. You know, it's not, you know, yeah, at the end of the day, yes. You know, usually they have the agents call, but there have been times when the parents have called, yes.
It's crazy.
It's fucking
and that's the whole
they're
thing.
Not paying
right.
anything.
It's all in youth hockey, you know,
Yep.
and that's just how it was. It's kind of unbelievable, but it is what it is. And you know, the kids are there because they want to play hockey, and that's what's really good about it is they want to be there, they want to learn, and they want to play.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt about it. But I'm not overly surprised to hear that. The stay-at-home defenseman. I mean, just in terms of how you defended your area, Hatch. I mean, nobody came in the crease without knowing they were going to get some lumber in the back. Can your defensemen still play that way? Do you find players who still have that natural aggression, who naturally want to play that way, or do you have to coach that?
I think both. I think, you know, you do have your players that want to play that way. I don't think there's that many because, you know, getting back to the youth, I think at some points they were all kind of offensive defensemen. Mm-hmm. But you have to, you know, there's a point when you have to, you know, you have to sit kids down and tell them what they are, you know, and they need to realize what they are. Like, not everyone's going to be an offensive defenseman, right? It's just the reality of it. And you know, you have to be able to defend well. Even your offensive guys have to defend well. So I think it's a bit of both. You do have the odd guy that'll come in there. And we have a guy on our team right now that, you know what, he's 6'6", and he defends and he blocks shots and he's mean in front of the net. And we didn't have to say a word to him, you know, but that doesn't always happen.
Well, if he could skate, he's probably going to make some money in the NHL if that's the case.
And he can skate, and he can State. He's been hurt. He had a bad back. But hopefully when we get going, he can have a really good year here.
Well, I want to go back with you a little bit here and growing up. And were you always a big kid? And having Kevin as an older brother, God, that must have been great, though. He's becoming successful. He's a lot older than you. He's a big guy as well. Like, did that help you at a young age, like hanging out with him, probably hanging out with his older buddies, probably smacking you around once in a while?
Yeah, I had an older brother, Mark, too, who was 6'7". He was two years older than Kevin, but so I was always a big kid. I really grew a lot in high school. I mean, I was never the smallest kid, obviously, but I was never the biggest kid until probably high school when I grew a lot. But yeah, having Kevin, watching him, I watched him 6 years. My parents had one of those old giant satellite dishes, and we would sit down and watch almost every game he played at, 3 times a week or whatever it was. And I think just watching the game and watching him really helped me a lot.
Are you the type of coach that snaps in the dressing room between periods or after the game? How angry do you get? Because it's probably been a long time since you laid somebody out, and you can't do that, Derian. So how do you get your aggression out?
Well, am I allowed to yell anymore?
I don't know. Depends who you ask.
No, if you want parents to call you.
I'm kidding.
That's why the parents are calling.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I mean, no, I do from time to time, but it can't be. I'm not one that's in a fake it. If they're bad enough to the point where they deserve a good, tongue lashing, then you know what, I will go on there and wake them up. But it's something I don't feel you can do all the time. I believe it has to be sincere, and but there definitely are times I go in there and I'm not very happy.
Were you a big talker as an NHL player, like in the dressing room? Like, were you more lead by example, or did you talk a lot off the ice?
I didn't talk a lot, but I did talk, yes. I mean, it's the same way. I feel that, there's a lot of guys that talk all the time, and eventually it's just like, you just want to say, all right, shut up. You know what I mean? So I think that was in between. I think I felt when something needed to be said, I'd say it. But, with that said, it's like coaching. You have to let players play. I mean, you can't nitpick every little thing.
You grew up north, in Michigan, and you drafted 8th overall to the North Stars. Hockey, everything in Minnesota. Everything you probably seen growing up was hockey, one way or the other. But then you go down to Dallas, and you're like, oh, what kind of culture shock was that for you?
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I've been asked this question a lot. And I was young enough, and I don't want to say dumb enough, but I was young enough, and I just wanted to play hockey that it was like, all right, you know what? We're moving to Dallas. Like, no big deal. I jumped in my car. I packed my few bags I had with me and drove down to Dallas, and it was that simple. There's no moving families, none of that stuff. And I think that would have been tougher, to be honest with you. But like I said, I was young enough, and I just wanted to play, and I was like, all right, let's go. And at the time, I never really thought about it.
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by CarShield. Nothing more frustrating, Cam, than when that engine light comes on and right off the bat, you're going to have to spend thousands of dollars to repair your vehicle. Call 800-857-2481. Mention the promo code CAM or visit carshield.com and use the code CAM to save 10%. Yeah. That's carshield.com. A deductible may apply. Save yourself money. Sign up and get your coverage now with carshield.com. Now back to the interview.
So you see all those blonde-haired, big-breasted women cruising around everywhere.
Oh, my God.
They're everywhere. It's
very
crazy.
Underrated city.
It's unbelievable.
Yes, very underrated city.
Love that place.
For that reason, we love Dallas. Actually, we might go back to Dallas very, very soon. When did you know you guys had a chance to build something special? Like, when did the Dallas Stars become truly become a contender?
I would probably say in about 96, 97, I think we kind of started building. I think then it was 97, 98. Went out and signed a few free agents, and lost in the conference final. And so I would say probably 96, 97. I think we felt like, hey, you know what? We had a good core of guys. I think that we all realized that. And, and we're fortunate that Bob Gainey went out and got us the rest of the pieces.
Yeah, well, he did. I mean, a lot of big pieces. And, you look at that team and like, God, there's so many older veterans. I feel like you were all older veterans at the time. I mean, you got Holley and Nieuwendyk. I mean, so many guys. Like, how did you balance the personalities on that team?
I never really thought it was an issue. I'm going to be honest with you. You know what? And give Bob Gainey a lot of credit there. I think he knew some of the players he brought in. He knew the Guy Carboneaus and the Ludwigs and
Ludwig.
At one point, Mike Keane, Brian Strudlin, he had known these guys, and everyone knew Joe Nieuwendyk is just a all-around great guy, So I think that was Bob Gainey doing his homework.
Yeah. Matvichuk too.
Oh my God,
he was fun.
Ludwig. What was Ludwig like? I mean, he seems like the coolest guy off the ice, by the way.
That's what he's like.
I just want to go hang out with him.
He was great. He and I learned a lot from Luds. I think I remember being a young guy and being his partner off and on, and screwing up and making a mistake on the ice and coming back to my bench and Luds was the type of guy that said, Hatch, I should have been over there to bail you out, or I shouldn't have given you the puck, or he's like, don't worry about it. It's kind of how he is off the ice is exactly how he was as a teammate with the uniform on.
Those big ass shin pads too, blocking shots
out
the wazoo.
I mean, were those legal?
Are those fucking legal now?
He had bigger pads than Belfour.
Yeah, they were huge, man. Like they were big on the ice, but when you seen them in the dressing room, I don't know if you guys have ever seen them. Like they're big, and I think he actually took the hairdryer or old blowtorch and long time ago and flattened them out like that, and he wore the same ones his whole career.
Really?
Oh God.
As far as I know, I mean, yeah. If you saw him, trust me, you would believe it.
How underrated Sergei Zubov? Hey, like God, he just controlled the play. Seemed like a quiet guy. Kind of you kind of lose him a little bit, and all of a sudden he's got the puck the whole game. And like, how underrated is that guy?
You know what? The stuff he did, I guess he's not now. He's in the Hall of Fame, right, where he belongs. So I think he's getting some of the recognition now. But you know what? Yeah, like I've never seen a guy on the power play. He would literally stop skating at the defensive blue line, glide through the neutral zone, a few little head fakes or whatever it was, and did the line 90% of the time with possession of the puck. And I still today have no idea how he did it.
Wasn't he the first defenseman at the offensive blue line to stand with his skates in the neutral zone? Like to give himself extra space, especially on the power play?
Holding it alive.
Was he the first one you saw do that or no?
I'm not real sure. He definitely did it. Yeah, he would only have a stick on the blue line, yeah. I'm not sure. You know what? Because I remember Bob Gainey telling me you should watch the way he does a few things, and I did, and before long, all of our defensemen were doing that. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure he was one of the first ones. I'm not sure if he was the first.
I just remember Hitch telling me that a long time ago that he was the first one he ever saw do it. It was probably Hitch's idea. It was probably Hitch's idea, right?
Hitch would know, and it was probably his idea.
Anytime somebody asks you to do something Sergei Zubov does, you're like, oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, can I please try this? Anybody scare you? Like, look, I mean, you crush guys. I mean, you were horrifying to deal with. And I love looking up stuff when we interview guys like this. We always have to do our homework, and fuck, you beat the piss out of a couple guys. I'm going to call out Kelly Chase right now. You kicked the shit out of his ass. But, you catch guys. I mean, did anybody scare you in the 90s like that? You had some big boys roaming around, and not the big tough guys where you could just hold out and stretch out that you could just say no to, but anybody, that big hitter that just worried you coming around the net.
Oh, I mean, there were some guys hitting wise. You know what? Honestly, Peter Forsberg. Like, you had to know where that guy was on the ice. We played him a lot. We played him a lot in playoffs, and I saw him hit Joe Nieuwendyk so hard coming through the neutral zone. I think Nui ended up being out. He had a chest contusion or something with his cartilage in his chest there, which is a bad injury. And I'm going to tell you right now, a guy like Peter Forsberg, if you didn't know where he was at, he took joy in doing that.
Wow.
God, he was good.
How about the fact, listen, everyone, obviously knows about your hit on Peter Sykora,
Oh.
back in the Stanley Cup final. in 2000, but no penalty on the play, Hatch. I mean, if anyone ever asked you what's the difference in hockey versus when you played versus what's going on right now, you just show them that hit and say, this wasn't a penalty. Were you shocked on the ice there wasn't a penalty called, or was that just kind of a legal hit at the time?
So it happened so fast that, you always think you hit someone dead. It's not till afterwards, and you can sit there and watch and break it down, right? I mean, so at the time, I guess I probably wasn't shocked, but you look at it now, and I mean,
it's not funny.
No,
it's not funny, but yeah, the game's changed that way quite a bit, and so
he's a great guy too. By the way, he's a great guy,
and we've had Scotty Stevens on with us, but I mean, as a defenseman who used to blow guys up in the neutral zone, I mean, you see a guy cut across the middle of the ice. I mean, were you just licking your chops when guys did that?
Honestly, yeah, for the most part. I mean, that was a big part of the game back then, and you know what? You're starting to see it now more and more. Like I'm watching the Tampa Bay game right now, Columbus game, and you're starting to see that more and more now. Obviously the head contact stuff isn't there, but I mean, these guys nowadays hit hard, and they're hitting hard. Like there's intent there. But so I think the game's actually getting some of it back.
No, I think you're right on that. No, they call those stick infractions. They call this, and fuck that. Call those, because I don't want you slashing my hands. Like, I don't mind that call, even if it's kind of ticky-tack once in a while, but they're letting the hits go. Like, who's a big hitter for you, defenseman-wise, that's playing in the game now? Like, I look at a guy like Zadorov for Colorado. Big fucking kid, can play some minutes, and he'll catch you with your head down and put you on your ass, dude.
No, that's what I mean. And these hits are violent hits. Like, you can see the intent when players when they're going in. You can see the intent. They're just not rubbing guys out. Like, I personally, I don't think I've ever seen so many hard hits. In a game. Like, every hit they throw now is hard. Like, everything behind it.
God, Braden Shin last night too.
Oh
Holy
my God!
Fuck.
No, he'll run. He comes from
He
comes from distance too.
100 miles an hour.
That's what I mean. I think they have a decent grip on the game right now. They're allowing a lot of that stuff, but don't hook, don't slash in the hands, right? I mean,
simple.
But Hatch, listen, I look at the way you played and how aggressive you were and the intimidation style, and we see it up close and personal just being around Craig Berube every single day and how he instills that mindset into his guys. Like, obviously the hockey's different. You're not going to play the same way that, the game was played back when you guys did. But do you feel like, you watch St. Louis, how they're so successful, they kind of embody the mentality and the identity of the head coach, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They really do. And you know what? I know, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to call him Chief anymore either.
No, you can't. No, you
call
can't.
him Chief.
You can't. No, he loves it. He loves it.
He does.
I know. I'm kidding, guys.
Yes.
I know Craig really well.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that. That's why I could joke around with it with him.
Yeah.
But, no, they absolutely have took that on. And it's a man's sport right now. I think there was a time maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago where it got away from being that a little bit. But right now it's definitely a man's game.
Hey, let's talk about the new Bud Light Seltzer.
Oh, yeah.
It's an easy drinking hard seltzer that comes in 4 delicious fruit flavors. Black cherry, strawberry, lemon lime, and Cam's favorite, mango.
Oh,
With
mango.
only 100 calories, 5% alcohol, and less than a gram of sugar, you might as well have a few tonight or this weekend. Go to BudLight.com to buy Bud Light Seltzer online. Must be 21 years of age or older. Bud Light Seltzer. Unquestionably good.
Yeah.
Now, back to the interview.
Yeah, they went a little crazy because guys were back. They did change it, though, Hatch. Like, I remember the back check hits where guys would back check, right? And then the forward would dump the puck in and go off for a change, and then guys would rock them on the back check.
Yeah.
Like, you're getting fucking dinged for that every single time. So I think you're right. Like, 6 years ago, I think they're really heavy on these hits, and now the guys kind of figured it out, and now they're letting them hit again.
Just don't leave your feet.
Don't leave your feet, and don't clip a guy.
And keep your hands
Don't
down.
clip a guy.
Yeah.
If a guy spins when you hit him, they're done. You're done.
Yeah, they absolutely figured it out, and that's what I mean. You watch these games, and I'm like, wow. Because they're hitting and they hit hard. They're hitting hard.
Hey, do you still have Roenick's teeth in your elbow or
no? Oh, boy.
No.
That's not funny, Andy.
Hey.
Stop fucking doing that. You're making him laugh.
Well, he
shit.
came back out for the power play. I thought he was going to be okay, but then he ended up needing surgery and had a broken jaw. Like
We had him on the pod, by the way, Hatch.
Yes,
we talked about
Hatch.
No, I know.
You
I
know
know.
when you catch a guy, right? You knew it then, didn't you?
Well, I didn't know his jaw was broke. I mean, once again, like you never purposely go out to do that. Yeah, I tried hitting him. We all know I tried hitting him, but you never purposely go out and try to break a guy's jaw.
Who's the baddest dude in the '90s? Who's the baddest ass dude in the '90s? Was it Proby? I mean, like everybody says Proby, but anybody up in that category too is Proby in the '90s. Was it Chris Simon up there? Like anybody tough in Proby's in Proby's level?
Honestly, I think Proby. I mean, he was obviously like. He was tough, but I think there was a lot of guys. I mean, what about Joel Kosher? I mean, you don't want to get hit with that. I mean, you had guys like, Ty Domi who you couldn't hurt, right? Talking, Craig Boubre. You know what? There was a lot of guys like that. I mean, there was a lot of big, tough guys that, not only could fight, but they could take punches, and you know what? They were hard to hurt.
Anybody after your career that you look at that you're like, oh, thank God I didn't have to deal with that guy? Bugard, maybe.
No, not really. I think the '90s were the, early 2000s, '90s were probably the cream of the crop when it as far as that stuff goes.
Who was the most difficult player to defend against in front of the net? Who just fought for his space, no matter how many times Hatch you'd get him in the back of the neck or that
Didn't care.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter. He could just take it. He'd eat him.
Yeah. Let me think, because there's definitely a few of them. And it's the guys that you had to. You knew if you whacked them too many times, they might turn around and whack you back too, right?
Yeah.
Those were the guys because you had to be aware too, And I'm trying to think. There's definitely some of them.
Holmstrom.
Yeah, Holmstrom would stay there and take the beating. Give him credit, but I wasn't really too worried about him turning around.
Bertuzzi.
Oh, yeah, top Bertuzzi back.
No, I mean Bertuzzi. You had Lindros. You had a bunch of guys like that. You know what I mean? Like, but Holmstrom, yeah, he wouldn't turn around. I've never seen a guy take the beating like Holmstrom, to be honest with you.
Really?
Game in and game. Oh yeah. Game in and game out, and he would just stand there.
What about Dino Cicerelli? I mean, early in his, that was probably early in your career, but still, he's a guy who just, owned the front of the net too. Fearless.
And that's the guy that you'd have to be worried about too, turning around and sticking you back, right? A guy like Dino. But there was a lot of guys back then that stood there. There really was.
Brett Hull was one of them too, and people don't give him credit.
Well, he'd stay in the slot, Andy.
No, but he'd go in front of the net too. He'd go in front of the net. Take a beating, that guy.
He said Holy bullshit.
Yeah, I already know you're kidding. You're not thinking on that one.
Hey, what
are you talking about,
What was
Andy?
it like when Holy showed up to Dallas? I mean, just his personality. He fit in right away. I know you knew him from USA Hockey and whatever, but did he fit in right away?
Yeah, no, he did. I think, you know what? I think everyone has to get used to him a little bit, right? But he's well-intentioned. He just, he just likes to speak his mind, And we sat in the back of the bus together every trip to the airport or every trip, whatever, was me and him all the way in the back. Sometimes there was only 2 seats back there. And, so I had to listen to him all the time. Like I would try to nap or whatever, and he was just going and going and going. But no, he was funny. And you know what? He was great to play with.
Hatch, why didn't you give me that fucking puck?
Always. He would always talk about player sticks. He would always talk about, like, why does this player have this curve? Or, there's a lot of things with Brett Hull. Actually, a lot of things with Brett Hall.
Hey, but I don't know. Do you guys win a Stanley Cup without him? He was such an important piece to what he brought to the table with you guys. Like he was so good.
Absolutely, yeah. No, like I said, it was the joy. I just listened to him. I really didn't care what he said. You know what I mean? Like I actually told him that. I actually said the one time, just bitch to me, Holly. I said, leave our young guys alone. Don't worry about their sticks. Just complain to me all you want.
He can't help himself
because he can't
help himself.
So like if you're playing, if you give him a pass that's not on his tape or it's up his ass or whatever, you get back to the bench. You're going to hear about it from him, right?
I would say yes. Yeah, I would say yes. Yeah.
What was it like?
Yeah. And that's why he had to play. That's why he played with Mike Bonanno and Yari Lettinen, because what's he going to say to Mike
Well,
I'm sure.
Give me the fucking puck.
But what's he going to say to him? And Jari Lehtinen, you talked about underrated players.
Yeah,
I don't know how many. Oh my gosh! Yeah. To me, he was unbelievable. But in Jari, the guy works so hard and does everything right. Like, you can't say nothing to him either.
So okay, you guys win in '99. You party. I hear stories. Ludwig, we had Ludwig on my radio show. He talking about hanging out with Vinnie Paul and Dimebag Darrell. Of course, Pantera is one of my favorite bands ever. Like, tell us about that party. I hear stories that Dimebag threw the cup off of the house and it hit the side of the pool and it dented. Like, are these stories real? Did you hang out with Pantera? Come on now.
Yeah, I would consider, I know Vinny a friend. So definitely, hung around with Pantera quite a bit. They were big hockey fans, and I also enjoyed their music. So that was a natural. And yeah, I'm sure some of those stories are true. I don't know who threw the cup in. Obviously, I was there. I didn't see it, to be totally honest with you. If I did, I'd tell you. They said it was dented. I don't know. There was some dents in that bowl already. That bowl is not a perfect circle or whatever. It's like, there was already dents in it, so I don't know if it was dented or not. And that's what I always said, and it's the truth. Like, you could see it's been pounded out a few times.
Yeah, well, the Blues did it last year.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking know.
But when you guys started getting big, though, in Dallas, and you had the Cowboys going, you got Dion there,
Sick.
and Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin, Aikman. I mean, just an amazing time to be part of the whole Dallas sports scene. Like, did people follow you? They know who you guys are, or was it all about the Cowboys 24/7?
It's definitely a football city, right? I mean, there's no question about that. But we had, I think we sold out 5 or 6 years in a row. We had a good team, and we won a lot of hockey games, and they knew we. I would say that we probably surprised everyone. You know what? Dallas took to hockey. And they loved hockey, to be honest with you. Obviously, it's going to always be a Cowboy state, in my opinion. But the Dallas Cowboys are, it's always going to be that. But we were right there with them.
Well, they kind of suck now, to be completely honest with you. But they're just so gigantic. They could suck for 40 years straight, and they're still the big boys. So where do you live, man? Like, you got how is your place in Dallas? You got like a ranch? Like, for some reason, I could picture you riding a horse with no shirt on, with a cowboy hat with a mullet,
and just like kicking the shit out of guys,
like fucking wrestling fucking bulls around. Like, what do you got going, man?
Well, not quite that.
Lie to me, will you?
I could see myself doing that, though. I could. No, I'm back. I'm more of a water guy, to be honest. So I'm back in the Detroit area with Sarnia there. I live on the water out in Detroit, and or north, about an hour north of Detroit, towards Sarnia, and I've always had a summer place here, and when the Sarnia thing came up, it just kind of worked out well.
You have a boat?
Perfect.
You have a boat?
Yes.
See?
Yeah.
Oh, what kind, Hatchie? What do you got? A center console? What do you got?
I have a center console now. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But I was more of a go fast guy.
Yep.
I had a catamaran, but that ran about 146 miles an hour.
What'd you have in that bad boy? What'd you got?
There was 900 aside, so 1,800.
Cam acts like he knows what you're talking about.
No, he's got a catamaran. I know exactly what the fuck. That's a racing boat.
It was a skater. They're the best built in the world.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
But for speed.
But the center consoles are more. You could put a family in there. You go fishing.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's kind of chill.
Center consoles are just turned. They're so easy. So I actually sold my cat a few years ago, and I'm in a center console now that I use all the time. So.
Nice. Cam and Strick Podcast here for our boy Dan Bellman with Bellman.com.
Yeah, baby.
You need some new wheels? Why not get a Cadillac, a Buick, a GMC? Yeah. Head out to Troy today. And again, don't forget about Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram right across the street.
No doubt.
Right there in Troy, Missouri. Visit them online. Check out their new selection, the pre-owned selection, the best service you will find anywhere in the country. Bellman.com. BeHLMANN.com. Get yourself some new wheels in time for the summer.
Yeah.
Now back to the interview.
Yeah,
Who is the guy you played with who just always had a new toy?
Matvichuk. I'll answer that for him.
Matvichuk. Rich Matvichuk.
I told you.
How'd you know?
Because I play with him.
I know, but
he would rip my fucking shirt off in the middle of the bar, take my Hugo Boss shirt, rip it completely off so I have no shirt on, which I kind of liked. Don't get me wrong, because the girls would go crazy. Then he'd throw me like $400 cash in the middle, like it's just he's a psycho. I had a blast with the guy. Were you friends with him?
He never ripped my shirt off. But I spent a lot of time with Matty, but he always had something. Always something, whether it was a boat, a car.
Helicopter?
I don't know. I think he might have bought a helicopter at one point. He was trying to get his license. I don't know if he actually... I mean, that's what I was told, that he bought a helicopter, and I think he sold it. I don't know. But he always had something, always.
Wow, it's funny.
He went through cars. He went through cars like I've never seen.
Wow, see, you and Cam had the same answer. I love hearing that.
You.
You go to Detroit, you sign the big ticket. Listen, I know it didn't work out for you because you had the injury, and then they bought out your contract. But like, you had the long-term deal, though. Even after the injury, like, were you surprised they bought you out?
Yes and no. I mean, I don't blame Detroit. I really don't. They treated me great.
You're probably still getting paid by him too.
Oh God.
I wish. I'm not anymore, but I wish. But you know what? So I guess with how much the cap went down to, they had to do something. I was kind of the new guy, and so. I really wasn't surprised. I have no hard feelings. It's a great organization. Steve Yzerman's unbelievable. I remember he called me after they bought me out and basically felt horrible and everything else. And so I had no hard feelings over it.
Okay. But I will say this, though. You just look like a Philadelphia Flyer.
He does look like a Flyer.
I mean, you look
That's
like
true.
you should have played in Philly your entire career.
I've been told that before. I was told that before that when I signed in Philly that I probably should have been there my whole career.
You should have.
He looks like a Philly Flyer.
How much hockey did you have left when you were there? Like, did you feel like you were still playing at a high level or no?
My first couple of years I did, or yeah. I mean, I was on the Olympic team. I think that was the year after the lockout.
Yeah.
Then the whole team fizzled, and I think the following year I didn't have a great year. Then my third year there, I thought I had I was playing a lot of minutes and had a good year there. And then my knee just totally gave out on me.
Yeah. My favorite video, Derian Hatcher video, is just you abusing Sidney Crosby. I mean, I think Crosby was he a rookie? And you're like knocking his teeth out. Come on, Hatch. He's the future of the league.
You bully.
No, he was a rookie. No, I remember I hit him along the boards, and then I think the same shift or the next shift, and talk about no penalties being told, right? I went to lift his stick, and I missed his stick, and I think I knocked his tooth out.
He's all right.
So it was kind of back-to-back things that set the tone for the rest, of that year, the next couple of years.
I wonder if he yelled at the refs after that. Remember how bad he was?
He definitely yelled at the ref.
Dude, he fucking cross-checked me in the back of the head one night. Like, I'm like, what? Like, he was a psycho in 2005. Like, he's just not used to it, and people were all over him. He was fucking crazy, yelling at the refs.
Describe that rivalry, though, Pittsburgh-Philly. Like, how intense does it get?
Yeah, no, you're right. It's a great rivalry. You know what? I think that whole East has so many rivalries compared to the West. Like it's
Washington, Pitt.
Washington, Pitt, the Rangers,
Devils.
Devils. Yeah, everyone's right there. Within 2 hours. And I think it just makes for really good hockey.
Shit, now you got Columbus and fucking Tampa hate. I mean, you could mix and match all those teams. They're all fucking hate each other now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone in the East. It's true.
What was it like for your family when you and your brother played together? Like, were your parents like, one had a Kevin jersey on, one had a Derian jersey on? They're
cute.
They're coming to games. Hey, we got the boys
They're
playing
both killing
together.
Everybody on the ice.
It's
they
like CompuWare South.
Yeah, no, there was none of that. There was none of that. It was great. No, they loved it, obviously, but there was no dual jerseys or the split jerseys or anything like that. I don't think my parents ever wear a jersey to any of the games. To be honest.
That's good. I like hearing that. Were you guys like best friends? You guys get along? You guys hang out together off the ice too?
We were really good friends. Growing up, there's a 6-year gap, so I don't think obviously we're brothers. I mean, we talked a lot and stuff like that, but I wouldn't have said we were best friends. And then once we both started playing, I think we really became close.
You back in the day, I'm gonna go back a little bit here. You play in the Quebec tournament. I think you were playing for CompuWare at the time in the Michigan National Hockey League. I remember playing in that league as well.
Now, did you look that up, or did you actually know?
No,
he doesn't
Fuck,
know.
I looked that fucking shit up. Of course I did. But anytime you look up a player, they always talk about the Pee Wee Quebec tournament, and I saw that you played in it
twice, by the way,
and won. And I'm like, how the fuck did you not get kicked out of that tournament in the first shift? Seriously.
Well, yeah, I didn't.
I know you
yes, I believe we won it 2 years in a row too. So
you did.
Yes,
you did. That's my research.
Why is it no hitting though, Hatch? Like, what? Do you ever look at that and sit back and say, why is this a no hitting tournament? It's the biggest tournament in the world. Why make it no hitting?
It must be Quebec.
There you go.
There's the answer right there.
Hatch is like he's
I
like
know.
I didn't know it wasn't
I had the
hitting.
puck the whole time.
I didn't know it wasn't hitting.
Yeah, I didn't even remember it wasn't any hitting, to be honest.
Probably killing guys.
He's probably just
That's a long
crushing
time
kids.
ago, man. That's a long time ago.
I know. You're crushing guys. Hey, do you know the name? Man, now I'm forgetting it. This guy who's chirping you. You played in the USHL or in the UHL. The UHL, not the USHL. The UHL
during the lockout.
Yeah, and I used to broadcast in the league. I was broadcasting in the league that same year, and actually a couple Blues players joined the Missouri River Otters.
Oh, that's right.
Barrett Jackman did, and Jamal Mayers, Bryce Salvador, a couple guys, and Ryan Johnson too. And you guys had who? Darren McCarty and Chelios, and this guy is just giving it to you. He's mic'd. And he's giving it to you and Chris Chelios. We just had Chelios on, and we asked him the same question. What do you remember about that?
Honestly, I really don't remember it. I only know it because someone showed me the YouTube thing, and it's still out there. And I really hardly remember the guy chirping me, to be honest with you. I know the one guy was chirping me, and because you know what, it was actually pretty good. You know, when we went there, like I felt I had to play because the year before is when I hurt my knee, and I didn't feel I could go 2 years without playing. And but the one guy was chirping me, and I remember he really pissed me off, and I hit him so flipping hard, guys. Like I don't think I've ever hit anyone that hard in my life. And so after that, I really didn't get chirped too much, and I wonder if it was the same guy, to be honest with you.
Probably so. He learned. See, that's how you learn in the
learn,
UHL, baby.
Yeah.
It's like George Rock would say to you when he hit you, learn from it.
Who's the best player you've coached? Is it Jordan Kyrou, by the way? He played well last night. Like, you have a good relationship with him? He's a good kid.
Yeah, no, I coached him 4 years. So, you know, I mean, I obviously know him well. I coached, we had Jacob Chitrin, Travis Konechny. So, you know.
How the hell did you – wait, you didn't win the Memorial Cup? You didn't win the Memorial Cup? You had all these studs on the team here.
Yeah, different times. But,
okay.
Yeah, no. But, no, you're right. The 1 year we had a couple of them, yeah. You know, like, yeah. Anyways,
we've had some
good players come through Sarnia this last few years, you know, and we have some more good ones right now as well. So I mean, it is fun. Like I said, these guys want to be there. They work. They put the work in. Sometimes it's a little different dealing with them, but you know what? All the kids are there for a reason, and it's good. Yeah,
I'm gonna let you go. Just a couple more questions, real quick, though. Like, do you want to coach in the NHL? Is that why you're doing this, with hopes of eventually getting to the NHL?
No, that's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. Like I said, it came together. It made sense, and that's why I'm doing it. I think if the right opportunity came up, you know, I would, but I think it would have to be the right opportunity.
Andy Strickland and Cam Jansen here for you for GadgetBuyback.com. Yeah. Gadget Lab, they got a store here locally if you're in St. Louis, 5541 Telegraph Road. Here's the deal. You got an old phone, maybe a cracked tablet. Maybe it's perfect, but it's a little bit older. Turn it in right now. www.gadgetbuyback.com. Upgrade your devices, phones, computers, watches.
Anything.
Doesn't have to be Apple either.
No.
Get those tablets turned in. Again, www.gadgetbuyback.com, 877-772-8880. Now back to the interview.
Yeah.
How's David Legwand as an assistant coach? Oh, and now he's management, right? Is he president of Hockey Ops? Is that what he's doing now?
Is that what it is?
I think so. I hung out with him one night. One night, Hatch, in Buffalo, New York, by the way. It was an interesting
I think you're
evening.
right. I think it is president of Hockey Ops. No, you know what? It's good. He was good. But it's good now. He's going to step back and, you know, help his son, coach his son and stuff like that in the Detroit area. So, and stay very involved with the team as well. But it's good that he's stepping back and going to coach his son.
Okay. Hey, listen, man, thanks for doing this.
Damn right, Hatch.
We appreciate it.
You got badass boats. Like, you're fucking doing it right, man. Right on. I love it.
No problem, guys.
Appreciate it very much.
Good luck
Enjoy
with
the
everything.
hockey. Yeah, and good luck this season, too.
Good luck, bud.
All right. Thanks
Hatch.
guys. Thanks a lot.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, you too.
That was Derian Hatcher on the Cam and Strick podcast, man. Anything stand out what he said, Cam? You remember anything what he said?
Yeah.
Do you have any fucking memory whatsoever?
He's got that fucking curly ass mullet, baby. No, God, was he intimidating. He hit Roenick, knocked his teeth out. He tortured Crosby. He had a badass Stanley Cup party. He's got boats that he's got at center console. Didn't he race that catamaran boat he had too? Mm-hmm. Like, he's cool as shit.
Yeah, Chelio's
Can we
had
hang
a
out
boat
with
too.
him?
We're on a little bit of a roll
Can
right
we
now
hang
with the
out with
boats.
him?
Yeah, we can hang out
Like,
with him.
fuck. Can we go to Sarnia and
loves
hang?
us, dude. We go to Sarnia anytime we want.
Hit Windsor,
I'm
London.
trying to get him an NHL job.
He doesn't want one. Why? Okay, wait. Why would he want one? He's got he made a ton of money. Okay, he's good. Why would you even want an NHL job right now and fucking grind that grindy ass fucking year when you could sit there, part owner of Sarnia, right? Is he part owner? He does whatever the fuck he wants in that cool little organization, cute fucking town. You got cool people that you hire to run. Like, that is the best job in the world. 6-hour trips? Fuck that.
Have you met David Legwan before?
No, I have not, but I heard he's a fucking beauty. I heard great things about him.
I went and met up with him and Carlo Koliakovo after the draft in Buffalo one night. And I think he crushed like 36 beers, honestly, in a matter of just a couple
frowned
hours.
upon?
No, but we had the best time. So all these kids were like,
How many did Carlo down? A 1.5?
I don't think he had one. All these kids though who just got drafted or were going to get drafted the next day because the first round's the first night are just like walking through the bar at the restaurant. He's like, call that kid over here. He's calling him over, trying to convince him to come to Sarnia, basically.
Oh, really? I heard
hilarious. He's
when
hilarious.
When did he get drafted?
I think he was the first draft pick ever in Nashville Predators history.
Yeah, what round? No, first round, but what?
Yeah,
he was a high
second
He
overall.
was a good
maybe.
player, though.
Really good, dude.
Really good player. He played in Yale.
Played forever.
Yeah, I remember playing.
Just an
Played for
absolute
Plymouth.
beauty. One of my favorites, man. A great guy. He's done my radio show in the past. We got to get him on now too.
Yeah, I'll get him on.
But he's better in person sometimes than he is.
Everybody is, man.
Doing so. But I liked how Hatch said, "Oh, is that the title he has now?" I could see him being a little bit difficult to deal with.
Hatch?
No, David Legwan, just keeping him focused in terms of
I mean,
being a coach and whatever.
When you got money and you play that long and you're trying to figure out your next job, unless you really need to grind it to keep ends meet, you're kind of checked out, man.
Yeah,
like,
you're
you don't
you're on your own
why
schedule.
do you care?
You're on your own schedule.
I know.
And you're just everything.
You see that in the radio
everything's
world.
fun.
You
Like
see
he's not a bad guy, man. Everything's with the right intention, but he's just kind of doing his thing,
30 in
man.
the bank. It's like I don't need to do this. Is fun for me. For us, it's a fucking job. Like, we got to do it.
Freewheeling,
man. And it's just, how do you even?
But great dude, we got to get him on,
so.
And we will. All right, that interview was brought to you by CarShield and CarShield.com. Again, 800-857-2481. Hey, mention the promo code CAM.
Yeah.
So embarrassing.
Sexy Cam gets you 20% off.
Oh, is that true?
No, but
10%. 10% you'll get. CarShield.com. Again, 800-857-2481. Don't have a broken down car. Nowhere to take it. Got to reach into your pocket to pay for it.
Ugh.
Small fee every month. You're taken care of. You go to sleep every night feeling peace. You want to feel peace?
No, I like to be tortured.
Okay. CarShield.com. Feel peace. All right. GadgetBuyback.com. 877-772-8880. You got a cracked phone, cracked tablet. You know the drill. We've been talking about this for months. Hook it up. Use these people. No reason to have a cracked phone.
No, you look like a jackass.
877-772-8880. All right. Bud Light Seltzer, baby. 4 flavors: black cherry, strawberry, lemon lime.
Mango.
And Cam's favorite, mango.
Shit kicking is what it is.
How many of these can you put down, honestly?
We probably shouldn't brag about that. Andy Strickland, but I say I can drink a couple and not feel bloated, and that's what I like. Andy. You know, I don't like wearing my shirt anywhere I go, including the store, and I don't like to be bloated.
You don't wear your shirt to the store?
No, I do. I'm trying to make... Now at the Lake of the Ozarks, a different story, okay? But no, they're great. They are absolutely good. And I love the mango. That's my favorite. They're great for summer. Mm-hmm. I want you guys to post pictures drinking this shit, especially looking over a lake or barbecuing, watching a game. Send it to me, baby. Send it over. Tag Bud Light in it, too. Bud Light Seltzer.
Always tag Bud Light.
Yeah.
What's your favorite flavor?
Mango.
Mango, baby.
I think everybody knows that.
100 calories, 1 gram of sugar, 5% alcohol. Just an incredible product that Bud Light has come out with the Bud Light Seltzer.
They can mix
4 flavors, like I said.
Yeah, you can mix it, too. With you make cocktails out of it and shit.
Yeah, but you're supposed to come up with a cocktail that you mix it with.
I can't. Andy... my buddies do it for me.
Oh, do they? Your neighbors?
Yeah. My neighbors come over and make me cocktails and leave. So weird.
They probably
it's
do.
So weird.
All right, hockeytraining.com. Be a better player.
Talk to yourself, motherfucker.
I am.
No, seriously.
Dude, I'm improving.
You're getting there. You have 2 more.
I score every week, dude.
Dude, everybody scores. Everybody scores in those games. They're fucking 2 hours long.
That's not true.
Everybody scores.
It's not true.
How are you in the corners? You're getting a little better.
How are you in the corners?
No, seriously. Are you stopping on pucks? Are you you grinding it? Like, how's your power? Like, how's your breakaway speed? Like, when I feed you a fucking backhand sauce and you got to step on a guy, are you breaking away from him? Or is he catching you like a fucking, like, get over here, son, and throwing you down like Scorpion? Is that happening? You're getting a little bit better at it. The puck's still blowing off your stick, but keep doing this hockey training, man. And if you're a parent and you want your kids to do it and you do it in your garage, like, it's just such an easy setup. Check these guys out. They're the absolute real deal. Great guys, love the sport, and they know what they're doing, Andy.
Okay.
Write that down.
I did write it down.
Oh, well, you should.
And so if you're a parent out there, make sure, listen, you can't get little Johnny or Susie to the gym. Bring the gym to you. You don't need to. No. By the way, it's very affordable, too.
Very much
very
so.
affordable.
And they break everything down. They simplify everything. Again, simplify your life.
And now they're doing like more hockey skill stuff. So if you want to improve your stick handling, which you need, dude.
Look, we all need it.
No, you need that.
Thank you. We all need it. We all need it. But you have to, as a parent, you have to find a spot in your house. So you can't just rely on going to the rink. You can't just rely on going to the goddamn gym. You need to find a little spot in your house, whether it's in your fucking garage, the kiddie room in your basement. I don't give a shit. The kids need to go down there, set it up. It doesn't take much. That's how you do it. That's how you excel your game as a kid. You don't need to go to Gold's Gym and creep out all the chicks like I used to do.
Okay. Sparks skate sharpening. We're getting them on board.
Get them on then,
by the
Andy.
way.
Shit.
Okay. Get your skates sharpened.
I need them sharpened.
Sparks.
Blow an ankle.
Somebody send them an email right now. Tell them they should be with us.
Right on.
Make that happen.
Right on.
Bellman and Bellman.com. By the way, get your new car, your used car. Incredible used car selection right now. Cadillac, Buick, GMC. Check out it online as well. Buy your car online. You don't have to go down there.
I want to go, though.
But if you do go, what kind of service can you expect?
Well, classy service for once at a car dealership. Seriously,
which is unheard of.
Like, it's unheard of.
Like, who does that?
My wife could actually walk in there and feel peace, and I could creep the fuck out by swinging dicks coming out like, who's this? Like, what? What? Why are you talking to her? Like, I'm over here. Why are you talking to her, creepo? That doesn't happen there. They're sweet people. They love St. Louis. They're great in the hockey community here, and they got great vehicles too. I want that SRT, baby. Yeah, blacked out.
Hook up the Escalade.
Fucking backed out.
Troy, Missouri, right across the street. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Of course, the Cadillac, the Buick, the GMC. Cope24.com. COPE24.com. You know what that stands for, by the way?
Yes. Changing. Edit that out.
Oh my God.
No,
we're not editing it out.
Changing our COPE.
Yeah.
Changing our parents' education
experience.
Fuck.
No, you were right though.
No, you're gonna have to edit that out.
It can be either way.
It
can be either way.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can say education, but it's really changing our parenting experience.
I knew that. It's just when you put me on a spot, like my brain slows down.
Well, dude,
I have 4
figure
hours.
It out.
Well, sorry. Blame my parents. They created me. What do you want me to do? My brain works 4 hours a day, and that's it. And it's been fucking 8 hours. So figure it out.
Changing our parenting experience. Cope24.com. All right, this has been episode number 67 of the Cam and Strick Podcast. Again, if you want to come on board with us, feel free. We'd love to entertain that idea. Lots of different people we're talking to. We love the startups in Canada, by the way, people who want to get their name and their brand out here in the States. Hey, give us a shout. Just drop us a line. You know where to find us. Twitter, Instagram, at Cam and Strick Pod. And, of course, check out our podcast that we bust out twice a week, and we've got these videos that are coming out as well, man, which we certainly enjoy doing.
Plenty of content for you guys.
No question. All right, this has been episode number 67. Derian Hatcher on the Cam and Strick Podcast.